Right, so your information's on the dark web. What do we do now? So the first thing that's important to know is what these bad actors do with your information that they find on the dark web. They use this information for various reasons and various things that they do with it. One of the things that they do is they use it in phishing attempts. Like you'll get an email that says, "Hi, we have your password," and it's probably a password that you recognize and used at one point in your life. And they'll get your attention with this email saying that they are going to do something if you don't reply, or they have more information than just your password. They try and trick you into thinking that there's something that they're going to do in order to elicit a response from you to see if you're potentially somebody they could scam. And they use this information to scam people out of money, to scam people out of more information. It's important for business owners to know that not only is it their information, but it's their employees' information that can be used in an attack. So if an employee happens to use the same Facebook password that they use for your company to log on to the network, or something even similar to that, hackers can use or guess or use what's called brute force attacks to try to log in or penetrate your network with valid credentials that they were able to either get from the dark web or get 90% of the password on the dark web and just guess the rest, or use a brute force software tool to get into your network. So they use the information that they find on the dark web to try to attack, but usually they don't. Usually they take the information and they use it to perpetrate attacks even further by sending phishing emails or things like that. The attackers, when they do have this information, they typically, like I said, they don't use it in the attack, but they will use it to further other attacks. Or they may find information or glean information from your password that allows them to figure out other passwords that you might be using. So, for instance, a very popular password in the Philadelphia area is Eagles. And the second most popular password is Phillies. So if somebody can figure out that you live in Philadelphia and your password is Eagles, there's a good chance that your password might also be Phillies somewhere else. So if there's a lot of different ways they can use the information that they find to take things further with other attacks and other ways to perpetrate either the individual or the company that they work for. So now that you know your information's on the dark web, you went to Have I Been Pawned, and you searched your work email address or your personal email address, and there it is. There's one of your passwords sitting out there for everyone to freely see. And now you probably feel a little bit violated, and that's okay. That's a normal feeling that you're like, oh my God, my secret password is out on the internet and everyone knows it. The good thing is that there's millions and millions of passwords out there, so it's harder and harder for an individual to get targeted. It's more hackers are using this to perpetrate businesses or organizations, large organizations, with the information that they have, but there are cases where individuals have been targeted as well. So first thing you should do is stop using that password. Just stop using that password altogether. I recommend everyone uses a password manager like LastPass or RoboForm, which I personally recommend highly. These password managers not only allow you to use a different password on every website, but they also generate really strong passwords for you. So literally within a click of two or three mouse clicks, you can have a really secure password and a different password on all the websites and all the services that you use. Next important thing is use really strong passwords and different passwords on every site. And on top of that, use two-factor authentication for everything that you do. So any website that offers two-factor, as annoying and as inconvenient as it may feel and seem, two-factor is really the only way that these websites can tell that it's you who's actually logging in. So the way two-factor works is you go to like your banking website, you type in your username and password, Typically, you get a text message, an email. We don't really recommend email for two-factor, by the way, but if it's your only option, then it's better than nothing. Or a Google Authenticator, an app like Google Authenticator would be used in place of text message or email. If you're ever asked for two-factor authentication, I know it seems very inconvenient to set up and do because you got to wait for a text message or an email to come in. Do it, because it's the only way that these services really know that it's you who's logging into the system and not somebody else. So we recommend that you use either a authenticator app like Google Authenticator. Text message would be second, and last but not least would be email. I would use email as a last resort for two-factor because somebody can easily log into your email and get those codes and then get into the sites that you're logging into. So I really wouldn't recommend email unless that's your only option. Your better options are text message and Google Authenticator. Thank you for watching this video from Xact IT Solutions. And if you like what you saw here today, please give us the video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or you want to comment about anything that you saw in our video, please do so in the comment section below. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to get alerted when we upload new videos to the channel, please hit the little alert bell, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when we post new content. Check out the link in the description below for any more information relevant to this video. And if you want to know anything about our services or how we can help your company with IT, please check out our website at xitx.com.